recent years, high-profile mass shootings have rekindled the gun control debate, causing some to call for additional gun legislation. According to the CDC's leading cause of death report, from 1999 to the year 2013, Americans were found to be 21.5 times more likely to die from heart disease, 18.5 times more likely to die from malignant tumors, and 2.3 times more likely to die from Alzheimer's disease than at the hands of a firearm. Additional gun legislation would affect Americans as a whole, both yourself and I included. So my question for you all here today is, who here, right now, at this given time, would vote in favor of additional gun legislation? Show of hands. Okay, that's a good measurement. Well, my name is Vincent Crisomia, and I am here to change your opinion on that today. I believe I'm a credible source on this subject matter because, one, I'm a veteran, excuse me, a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. I'm an Arizona concealed carry weapons permit holder, and I am also a lifelong gun enthusiast. So today, I'm urging you to vote against any future gun legislation that isn't already in place. And here's why. The Second Amendment to the Constitution states, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So what does this mean? Well, first and foremost, it is in the Constitution. And the Constitution was written by our founding fathers. One thing that the founding fathers aimed to do with this Constitution was highlight some unalienable rights that they found to be, that could not be taken, that were God-given. Some of these rights include the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, and the freedom to defend oneself. Now, so what do I mean by God-given right? Does that mean God gave us guns? No, obviously God did not give us guns. And this picture is not a real picture, by the way. But what he did give us was the right to defend oneself. We were all born with that right. We are all animals, and as animals, we were born with the right to defend ourselves. The Second Amendment also protects us against government tyranny, excuse me. The right to bear arms helps us to fight oppression, and also, it's what the revolutionists did against the British. If you remember a couple hundred years back, that's what we did to gain our independence. So the Second Amendment was put in place by our founding fathers to make sure our constitutional right never gets stripped from us. Okay? Those in opposition may argue that safety and life takes precedence over these rights. Ben Franklin once said, "Those who give up essential liberties to purchase little or temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety." Many may ask why. Why gun control? Why now? One of the reasons for this is mass shootings. Events like shootings that took place at Sandy Hook Elementary, the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida, the Las Vegas massacre, which happened on the Las Vegas Strip, and the Parkland shooting in Parkland, Florida. These events acted as a scare tactic that clouds the judgment of those affected. It deems us as individuals to think emotionally rather than logically on this matter. These events have led by congressmen and other people across the country for a stripping of our rights. They essentially want less guns in the community. What this will do, the problem with this, what this will do is it will leave citizens more vulnerable to government tyranny. Also, this does not provide a solution to the problem. Criminals do not follow gun laws, so it would not deter criminals. The solution? To keep gun laws the way that they are. Instead, focus on changing other policies, like the treatment of mental health patients and seeing that they get the proper care that they deserve, and placing adequate security in high-risk places like schools, hospitals, and other public places. So today, I am urging you to vote against any future gun legislation. Those in opposition may say it's about protection of the children, and to that I say the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. So to summarize, voting against any additional gun legislation will prevent government tyranny, and also it is our right as Americans to carry weapons and defend ourselves, and it's in the Constitution, and they will be taken over my cold dead hands. Good evening, everybody.